Okay, so what are we going to do today? Today we're going to add some GUI. ImGui. I've added in the editor, because we're going to do this in the editor, not the engine. I've added a folder, GUI, from my other project, my Spidex editor. I've added these two files, and I've also created in src a global variables file. All of these will need including in, so we'll include them in. We'll include them into the project. The global variables, all this contains is some information for ImGui to get the fonts. I've also added a folder with 2 or 3 fonts in the TTF type fonts. That's that. There's nothing else in there of any interest. This is purely to set up the ImGui and go through, set up some docking and various things in here. Obviously then that's reflected in here. The only thing we need to change on this file is the path to the global variables. Apart from that, I don't think we need to do anything else in there to that. So all this path here will need to be is he says, oh, not that at all. So that's the path to the editor. Oh no, we've missed a backslash there. Loads of mistakes there. Right, that's the only thing we need to change in there. I'll tell you what else we do need to do. We need to go into vendors, ImGui, and we need to make sure all of these are included. Don't need the license. Include that lot. Right, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Engine H. We need to make a adjustment in here, which will need to be. I have to do W. Ooh. Yeah, that'll do. Oh no, I don't want that bit underneath it. Thank you. And then we need to sometimes that GitHub stuff, although it can be useful, can also be really irritating. But never mind, I will get used to it one day. And then in here, all we need to do in here is add we need to add Windows Manager, Window Manager, I have to admit I'm not 100% sure what the question mark means, but I am still learning. Nope. Get window. Null pointer like that. I'm fairly sure this just gets the handle to the window, so we can then use this in our main. So in main we can go up the while loop, and we'll add GLFW window. Actually, what it's offered us there is correct, so we'll take a bit of that, and then we need to do main screen oh no, not that. That's not right. Why is that not giving me? I know why. Because we need to include oh dear dear. In there. And this wants to be set up ImGui, and then a window after it, like so. And then in here, get rid of that, we don't need that, that's not achieving anything. Actually, I've got a feeling it probably needs to be done after that. We need to do set up instance of the init, which is down there, window, and then we need to render the ImGui. Oh, look at that, I'll take a bit of that. That's easier on the typing, isn't it? That should be all we need to do to be able to render to my ImGui, to our window. So fingers crossed, we should, we'll only see a menu, won't be any windows, there should only be a menu, which there is, an ImGui menu, which works because this is an exact copy from my other projects that I've done, and the ImGui worked perfectly alright in there. Pretty self-explanatory. Set up the ImGui, set up the new frame, add docking. We can't see that the docking's been added at the moment because we haven't got a window to test it with. The menu bar, that's the only thing being added by it. The win in it, all I've done with that is that just adds the, so you add the new frame, and then you have to put, it's strange because you have to then add that line in there for that to add the new frame, add the menu bar and add the docking to it. All of this is fairly standard ImGui. I found most of it off the ImGui website, in their bits and pieces that they have on there. This is probably one of the most important bits, the hardest bits to set up is this. This allows us to use the font awesome icons for different things, which is quite useful as well. There you go. That was simple, wasn't it? That's because I've done it before. I did it in my editor, and because I made it like a modular class so it could literally just be dropped into another project, it has made it very easy to do the same with the windows in the engine part. I'd already done that before, so it made it really easy to integrate into this one. It will get harder as it goes on, because this time instead of just doing it as an editor, I am trying to build an engine on it as well, which is gonna be harder. Anyhow, enough waffling for one day. Thanks for watching if you did.